Hello students and welcome to the class. I am your history teacher Manoj Arora. Today we will be revising the chapter. This will be the revision video. You all remember that your semester exams are approaching from 12th of October, and from now onward 2-3 coming videos will be the revision videos, and today I will be revising chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. There are certain topics I have written on the board which I consider important, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to read NCERT books. NCERT books is a must. I tell at the end of the every video, you have to read NCERT books. We have to do that. Coming up to chapter number 1, bricks, beads and bones. Subsistence strategies means what they used to grow, what they used to eat. Like they were barley, lentil, chickpea, wheat, sesame, and there were so many things they were eating. Besides that, various animals were domesticated and they were used for meat and milk and other purposes. Agricultural technologies were quite modern. They had got the field divided into two parts. Both fields, the furrows were cutting each other at right angles. If I talk about Mohenjo-daro was a planned civilization. All the streets were meeting each other at right angles. Drains were made. Every wall, at least one wall of each house was attached to the drain. The houses were made in a proper pattern. Some houses were double-storied also. If I talk about the social differences, we cannot see social differences in the burial system. In the burial system, some burials were inner lined with the bricks, otherwise some were not, but nothing precious was buried with these. Craft production, lapis lazuli and many other metals, copper, bronze, many metals were used, many shapes, cylindrical, circular, triangular, many pyramidal shapes and many other geometrical shapes were used in order to make these. Chandhudaro was the main place where craft production was done. Procuring the material would come from Oman. They had the relations with Mesopotamia also, and as far as they would go to Rajasthan also in order to acquire copper. So they had relations with very vast areas, very far areas they had. If I talk about the end of civilization, there are various things told, like due to floods, because of the famine, because of the drought, because of the shifting nature of the river, because of the attack made by any other group or community on them. So there are various, but there is no proper proof. The priest king has been found, one of the small idol had been found about the priest king, which tells that it might be ruled by one king. Some people say no, it was a group of people, those who were ruling, because some people say that there was one king, reason being the symmetry, the similarity we see in the entire civilization. Discovering the civilization, the role of Cunningham, the role of Marshall and the role of Wheeler, we will read. And there are certain interpretations about the artifacts being found, whether they were luxuries, whether they were utilitarians, whether they were used in special purposes, the goddess, the seal of Proto-Shiva, and many other things are there on which the debates are still on. If I come to chapter number 2, kings, farmers and towns, there were 16 Mahajanpadas at that time, and Magad was one of the Mahajanpadas. It could be because of the ambitious policies of Ajatasattu, Mahapadmananda or Bimbisara. The island was found in Magad, and elephants were available, the land was too fertile, the rivers were available, all the things which are needed to make an area super, an area powerful, all those things were available. How they were finding about the Mauryas? It was Arthashastra written by Kautilya. Then we can know about the accounts written by Megasthenes, and also some of the books which are written in that area can help us. Ganda Tindu Jataka stories, we can come to know through them also. Indirectly we can come to know. Divinity of the kings, if I talk about, the Kushanas had taken the title of Devaputra. Before that, the China also had taken the sons of heaven. So this divinity was flowing even in the Mauryas also. They would consider themselves somewhere as godlike also. Coins and the kings, the Yodhas of Punjab, they were tribals. Even then also they had issued their own coins. The Kushanas were the first to issue the coins. We can see a number of coins and they were similar to the Roman Empire in their weight and size. They were very much similar to the Roman Empire and the Parthian Empire. Deciphering the script, it was James Spencer who had deciphered the Brahmi script, and we are able to understand many of the inscriptions being written. Inscriptions themselves were a great idea. We come to know about Ashoka. Ashoka was ambitious. Ashoka used to have various policies in order to develop his area. But there are certain limitations to the inscriptions. Some of the inscriptions were not found properly, some were destroyed, some were partially destroyed, some had fainted, some had absolutely destroyed. And moreover, these inscriptions, they tell the point of view of the king and not of the common people. How did the common people live and what they felt. I hope these are the main topics which we have to study. Please do read the map work and the sources. That is a must. Already I have taught you also about that, but I still request you have to read them again. The map book, the map work which is given by the CBSE, I have already provided the list also. Keep on practicing the map work also and the sources also. They both are the important part of your semester exams as well as board exams also. Still you have got any problem? We have got the online sessions even now also. You can come to me in the online sessions or you can write your problems in the comment box. Thank you very much. God bless you.